Johnny, is the world financial bloody system, is it in crisis? Well, it could be, Johnny, who would bloody know? But I do know one thing, this could be an opportunity for governments around the world to start bringing in that digital currency. Yeah, that digital currency. I mean, they're thinking about it, everybody's thinking about it, just doing away with the notes and coins and everything, so money doesn't actually exist. It only exists in the computer. Holy shit, what do you mean by that? Now this has led to another bloody frightening bloody scenario, Johnny, and that being bloody, expiring money. Expiring money? What the fuck?
What is it, mate? Well, no, it's just an interesting thing that's going on at the moment. There's kind of a lot of talk about the cashless society that we're heading towards, and Western governments are increasingly looking at now something that we did a story about going on in China, the digital yuan, that is, they're contemplating becoming expiring. So basically people have to spend money at a certain point. So in this situation, and I'm not going to pretend...
Yeah, I mean, if governments control all the money, the fear is that they'll start putting an expiry date on when you can spend the money. So you keep pushing money through the system. It's a great idea as far as they're concerned. Yeah, like during the so-called pandemic, Johnny, when when governments around the place were handing out $1,000 here and $1,000 there, they were expecting people to put that back in the economy and kickstart the economy again. But what a lot of people were doing, Johnny, was they were bloody saving it. Yeah, leaving it in the bank, weren't doing anything with it. Holy shit, what do you mean by that? Keeping it for a rainy day, so to speak. Now, governments don't want that, Johnny. They don't want you just keeping the money and just saving. That's right, yes. I mean, they're putting the money, they're producing this artificial money that doesn't really exist. They want you to push that money that doesn't really exist back into the economy. That doesn't really exist either, I suppose. Yes, you're right.
Are you sick and tired of having too much money in your wallet? Well, have we got the solution for you? Introducing expiring money, or demurrage. A monetary policy tool that will make all your money disappear after a certain period of time.
So it's like one of those gift cards you get from the bloody, it's a bit like those gift cards you get from these big bloody department stores. Johnny, you put $100 on there, 200 or whatever, and you look in the fine print, Johnny, and it says it expires after 2 years. I mean, you've given them the money is on the card, but it won't exist after 2 years. That's the sort of thing they'll do with your bank accounts. But Johnny, it's like Trudeau did with the bloody truckers back in that bloody trucking protest a year or so back. He just went in and froze everybody's bank account and said you can't get any money out, so there. Johnny, this is a bloody dangerous concept you're coming up with here. Well, when's it going to come in? No, I'm not saying it's going to happen straight away, Johnny. That's not the point of all this bullshit. The point is that once they start doing this sort of stuff in 10 years, 15 years' time or whatever, they'll just control everything. And if you've got to pay your parking fines, they'll just take it straight out of your bank. Say, yeah, your parking fine is due on the bloody 4th of January, and off it goes. No control. They just do it.
Let's see how we can enjoy this wonderful idea. Programmed digital money can reduce incentives to save. One of the main benefits of using money is that it allows people to store value and use it in the future. By imposing a time limit on the use of money, expiring money could reduce the incentive to save and invest. But who needs to buy a house anyway? We can just rent forever.
But Johnny, they can't do that now because you still have control by getting your money out as cash if you want to. But when cash doesn't exist, which they're going to bring in a cashless society, they'll have control of all your bloody transactions. What the fucking hell do you mean by that? But when cash doesn't exist, you won't have any alternative but to use the central bank issued digital currency. It's great.
The use of expiring money could create confusion and mistrust among the public. But hey, a little confusion and mistrust never hurt anyone, right?
And people just laugh and say, oh, that's bullshit, a conspiracy theory, they'll never do that. But take a look at what happened in the last 3 years and what... Canada, yeah! And what fucking Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum has got in mind for everybody. And anybody who thinks the government's not going to do that sort of shit is fucking dreaming.